So this is for pre-calc. This is topic 5. I just want to show you how to go about um, condensing something like this, where I have cosine plus sine, this kind of linear combination. So the technique that we've been using is, first off, we'll draw a triangle. And for my triangle, just think of with some points in space here. Cosine is the x direction, so I'm going to go over that amount. I'm going to go over that 4, and then up this 3. And notice I can get my triangle. Have some angle in here that I'm going to call D. And then I have this length here, this hypotenuse, that I'm going to call A. And what I'm going to end up with is a statement where I have A times cosine of x minus D. So the A, the amplitude of my combined version of this is the magnitude of this right here. So I can use Pythagorean theorem to get there. Square root of 4 squared plus 3 squared is 5. So A is 5. And then to get this angle D, notice if I were to go tangent of D, it would give me 3/4. So to get D, I'm going to use the inverse tangent of 3/4. Do that on my calculator. I'm going to be in degrees. I'm just going to make sure that I'm in degrees right now. Not quite. Not at all. Now I am. So inverse tangent of, I think it was 4/3. I seem to have forgotten. 3/4. About 36.87 degrees. It's this angle right here. So I could say minus 36.87 degrees. And if I was doing it in radians, that just numbered that in radians. But this, it's a little bit off because I rounded, but it's very close to being equivalent to that. In other words, this cosine plus sine statement condenses down to this. So notice if this was just a B and this was a C here, my A is the square root of B squared plus C squared, Pythagorean identity. And my D is inverse tangent. Oh, whoops, sorry about that. Of C over B. Although sometimes I might have to do a little bit of adjustment on that. And let me give you an example of when. If I had something like, I'll just make this -3 cosine x plus 4 sine x. Notice my triangle there, back 3, up 4, is here in the second quadrant. My angle's here. I'd still have the 5, right? A squared plus B squared is C squared. But my displacement is a different angle. So notice that if I go inverse tangent of C over B, and I'll keep it in degrees. In this case, it would be 4 over -3. So inverse tangent of -4/3. I get -53 degrees, 0.13. Negative 53.13 degrees. Notice that's this angle right here. That's not the angle that I'm looking for. So what I need to do is, this whole thing is 180, so I would need to add 180 to that to get my actual displacement. So if I add 180 to it, to find the actual right degree, 126.87. Because that's what this angle right here is. And this will happen, I'll have to add this 180 or pi if this terminates in either the second or the third quadrant. Basically, anytime cosine has a negative coefficient.